Hello, it is Dan, and I'm going to take a movie from my collection of DVDs, and I'm going to try and remember what it's about. So today I decided I haven't seen V for Vendetta probably since it came out in theaters, which was apparently 2006, so it's 11 years old. What I remember about V for Vendetta is it's got Natalie Portman, and I want to say she's a reporter or something. Maybe she works for the government. I feel like she's a reporter, and I want to say she's reporting on this V guy, voiced by Hugo Weaving. I remember that. And like following a paper trail to figure out who this guy is, because I think she thinks he's a bad guy when it starts. And then she gets kidnapped by the government. Oh, that's right. There's like a crazy New World Order government in this movie. So she gets kidnapped by what she thinks is the crazy New World Order government. And they like shave her head, and they, sleep deprivation, lock her in solitary confinement for a long time. And she doesn't crack and tell them what limited things she knows about this V guy who she doesn't even really know. And then she gets out, and I remember her standing in the rain, like letting it wash over her. And I just remember at the time thinking, you shaved your head for this, so I hope this movie does well, because oh boy, that's going to take a little bit to come back from. So she shaves her head, has her moment in the rain, and then V approaches her and is like, "Ah, yes, good. You passed my test. It was actually I who imprisoned you and tortured you just to make sure you were legit." He talks something like that. He talks really whimsically. And you think she would be upset by that, but if memory serves, she's more like, wow, that was you? Well, I'm totally on your side. I'm not at all bitter about anything you just did, because I know the government's that bad that you had to torture me for a little bit just to make sure I was legit. So then she is like actively involved in helping him, and he divulges his secret that he was imprisoned by the government, and there was a fire and he was really burned, and that's why he wears a mask. And so she's like, oh my gosh, like I totally get it. I forgive you for any of the torture stuff. And then they just try to blow up the Parliament building, and all I remember is V throwing his little, the hell it was called, the little size. Is that the right size? Yeah, whatever Raphael the turtle had. He throws those around in slow motion, and they like kill everybody standing in this circle, because apparently he's a superhero. And then they all stand on like a thing, and they watch the Parliament building blow up with Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, which was the coolest part of the movie. But I remember enjoying it, but also the fact that she's very willing to forgive this stranger in a mask for imprisoning her. And yeah, and you don't really know if the government's toppled, but I guess it is. So, and that's V for Vendetta.